The WNBA has a problem, and that problem is Caitlin Clark not playing in WNBA games.
Is there any chance that the WNBA, that Kathy Engelbert saw some of the ratings? Can you just tease a Caitlin Clark return, kind of boost these up a little bit?
WNBA ratings are collapsing without Caitlin Clark. If you stand with her, drop a 100% in the comments. Let's break down why the league needs her now more than ever.
Without Caitlin Clark, where does your interest level lie with this Indiana Fever? Without Caitlin Clark, where does your excitement level lie with this Indiana Fever team?
The numbers tell the whole story. When Caitlin Clark played in the first Fever vs. Sky matchup earlier this season, the game pulled in 2.7 million viewers on ABC, peaking at over 3.1 million.
Let's take a look right here. First time these two teams matched up this season. 2.7 million average views on ABC.
Fast forward to August 10th, with Caitlin sidelined, that same matchup on CBS drew just 1.31 million viewers.
Saturday's Fever Sky game drew 1.31 million viewers on free over-the-air antenna CBS. May 17th of 2025, that game between the Sky and Caitlin Clark in the Fever drew 2.7 million. This one was 1.31 million without Caitlin Clark.
The lowest since she entered the league.
This past Saturday was the lowest rating these two teams have had since Caitlin Clark has entered the league. The first time these two teams matched up this year, massive number. And then every time since, that number has gone down, down, down.
That's a loss of nearly 1.4 million fans.
Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, first time head-to-head this season, 2.7 million average viewers. We saw the Caitlin Clark foul. We saw the Caitlin Clark triple-double. We saw the Chicago Sky get absolutely destroyed. We saw the investigation heard around the world all take place, all stem from this game.
And it's not just one game. Every Fever vs. Sky matchup since has seen ratings drop.
The ratings are plummeting. Guys, there's ratings for a couple of these games that are eye-poppingly bad.
The second time these two teams match up this season, on CBS, on a prime time slot, 8 o'clock on CBS. Saturday's Fever Sky WNBA regular season game averaged 1.92 million viewers on CBS.
From 1.9 million to 1.5 million, and now barely over a million. Primetime games that once dominated are now struggling to keep casual fans watching.
This game, if you guys remember, no Caitlin Clark, no Stephanie White. Previously on ABC, go from 2.7 to 1.5, so 1.2 million people didn't come back.
Even other WNBA matchups without her are struggling.
This 1.5 million average viewership game on Sunday, July 27th, was the lowest viewed Fever Sky game since last year, where they did 1.53 million.
The Sun vs. Aces drew just 180,000 viewers, and Dream vs. Mercury only 160,000. Without Caitlin Clark, the league's audience is vanishing at record speed. Caitlin Clark isn't just another player. She is the face of the WNBA. This season, the league built its biggest storyline around her rivalry with Angel Reese. They scheduled Fever vs. Sky 5 times because they knew that matchup could deliver blockbuster numbers.
There was one matchup that this league can consistently rely on to produce massive viewership numbers. In fact, they relied so heavily on this matchup, they put these two teams against each other 5 times this season.
And it did, as long as Caitlin was on the floor. Fans tuned in not just to see the Fever, but to see Caitlin, her court vision, her deep threes, her competitive fire. When she's there, people watch. When she's not, interest collapses.
Without Caitlin Clark, where does your interest level lie with this Indiana Fever team? Without Caitlin Clark, where does your excitement level lie with this Indiana Fever team? And with Caitlin Clark being absent from basketball activities since Caitlin Clark is out from injury, has that impacted your excitement level with the rest of the teams in the WNBA?
Even playoff caliber teams can't bring in the same viewership without her name attached. It's the out of sight, out of mind effect.
The WNBA has a problem because it seems with Caitlin Clark out, not only are the Indiana Fever games losing their steam,
when Caitlin's playing, fans check out other games too. Without her, that casual curiosity disappears. Ratings for other WNBA matchups have plummeted to levels we haven't seen in years, some barely breaking 160,000 viewers. That's not just a dip, that's a crisis. Caitlin Clark's presence drives ticket sales, merchandise, media coverage, and national conversations. The truth is, the WNBA isn't just losing games without her. They're losing momentum, marketability, and the casual fan base they worked so hard to build. The ratings collapse isn't just about Caitlin Clark being injured. It's about why she's injured and what it says about the WNBA's priorities.
But what the league didn't see coming was that if you fail to protect your stars, Caitlin Clark, if you fail to protect your stars, sometimes they might not be around all the time.
The league has a serious problem. They failed to protect their biggest star. From the very start of the season, Caitlin was taking hard contact, unnecessary fouls, and even blatant targeting. Opponents were allowed to crowd her landing space, grab her jersey, push her off balance, the kind of plays that would draw immediate whistles for other top players. Yet game after game, the officiating let it slide. No accountability.
Kathy Engelbert, this is what happens when you don't protect your superstar. This is what happens when you don't protect your cash cow. This is what happens when you allow gambling to run rampant in your league.
No adjustments. No real effort to safeguard the player who was driving their record-breaking ratings. This wasn't just physical wear and tear. It was preventable. If the WNBA had enforced the rules consistently, if they had called fouls for contact in the shooting zone, protected her freedom of movement, and penalized reckless plays, Caitlin Clark would likely still be on the court right now.
Caitlin Clark has been out a month and 1 day. Angel Reese has been out for the last week and a half. This past Saturday, neither of them played on the court. This past Saturday, Angel Reese said, "Not even worth my time, I'm not showing up." She stayed home. Caitlin Clark out there signing autographs as she always does.
Instead, they turned a blind eye until she was sidelined for over a month, taking millions of viewers with her. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The league knows they need her. That's why we've started seeing subtle teases about her return. Dangling the possibility just to give ratings a short-term bump. But that's not a solution. You can't build a sustainable future on hype if you can't protect your biggest investment. Caitlin's injury didn't just hurt the Fever's season, it exposed a deeper issue. The WNBA is overly dependent on one star to drive growth, yet it hasn't done enough to ensure she can play safely and consistently. If she returns and faces the same treatment, the same uncalled fouls, the same unchecked targeting, it's only a matter of time before it happens again. And when that happens, the ratings drop we're seeing now could look small compared to what comes next. Protecting Caitlin Clark isn't just about fairness. It's about the survival of the momentum the WNBA has fought to build. She's the engine moving the league forward. Without her, that engine stops, and we've already seen what happens when it does.
If and when Caitlin Clark returns, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to allow her to come back and get mauled?
The numbers don't lie. The WNBA needs Caitlin Clark. She's the spark that fills arenas, drives record-breaking ratings, and brings new fans into the game. But if the league wants to keep that momentum, they have to protect her, respect her, and make sure she can play the game she loves without constant risk.
Their best player is sidelined, in Caitlin Clark, of course.
We've seen what happens when she's gone. Empty seats, quiet arenas, and viewership numbers falling off a cliff. The WNBA can't afford to let that continue. If you stand with Caitlin Clark and want to see her back on the court stronger than ever, drop a 100% in the comments. Let's make sure the league hears us loud and clear. Protect your stars, protect the game, and protect the future of women's basketball.